Hey guys, JH. And welcome to the wind tunnel. It's just so windy again here today, but guys, it's not raining, so it's got to be a plus, huh? But what's really good when the wind, this is a predominant wind here, it's basically always into its crosshead. So any shots you hit down range, it really does put an emphasis on square striking. So if we get shots going down there that are consistently, reasonably straight, then that's usually a great indictment of the swing that we're trying to work. Now guys, what I want to get across to everybody out there that sees the videos is that this Bruen lock, Frankenstein lock, is a project. And I want it to be a project that we can all partake in. I want, anybody who wants to contribute, please do. Guys, I'm no expert on Jimmy Bruen's golf swing. I'm no expert on any real golf swing. What I do is I have a knowledge and I can apply that and modify it to get a result on occasions, on most occasions. But the Bruen swing is unique. It's a unique project. I'm doing stuff. The reason I'm doing the videos, I'm looking at the videos after every session and I'm seeing what type of result I'm getting relative to what I say that I'm trying to do. Now by doing that, what that does is give me a process and a program for being able to come up with the right amount of emphasis in something. I may have to overemphasize something dramatically to get a result. Now, some of the things I was thinking about yesterday, where I thought, I was getting in that position, I clearly wasn't getting there. So the emphasis has to come up a lot. And that's why it's a development program, guys. But everybody is going to see things in this golf swing. And I can't see them all. So if you guys, want to be a part of the development, like, feel free to do so. Please. Please. And that's the good thing about JH Practice Team. I mean, we've got no patterns on any ideas, guys. All we're doing is trying to have a bit of fun with the golf swing, and I think it's great for other people who are not bona fide, teachers or developers of golf swing. If they can get involved in it, I think that's got to be good for you guys. So feel free to contribute whatever you want to. Okay, going on. Now, what I saw yesterday was I had a lot of this extreme stuff, that. Where I look side on, I see this type of configuration here. Now, that's helping me initially because I'm trying to apply some extremeness to get a result. Because I need to apply some extremeness because I haven't done it before. But guys, what we can do in actual fact, if we could just do this, look, if we're just here in a basic position here, and what's the club? If we could just take the club like that, what would you have to do that? What would you have to do that? Yeah, but you don't have to do that. But we're doing the turn and the club's getting in the channel, but we just do that. Now what's the feeling? What's the kinesthetic feedback that I get to position the golf club in that configuration? This is where I want to go. And this is what I want to see for myself. If I just turn my shoulders and I keep that out there and I don't do anything with my hands, just turn my shoulders, it's here. Now we see that in Jimmy, we see this type of move. Have a look at it, guys. Have a look at the Jimmy Bruen swing. We see this type of action. It's sort of a push, throw action in the backswing. That's what it is. That's because there's no hands coming into the process in the initial stages doing anything or having any effect on the shaft or the head disposition. It's basically just staying there like that. That's where we need to be. There. Now, I'm getting these little nuances in terms of visual feedback when I look at the videos. I mean, the shots down range yesterday, early on in the day when I was doing the front on ones, I was getting the club pointing up here a bit, and I was getting it overlaying a bit when I was starting basically taking it up here and starting from the top. But then when I started to hit down range, that wasn't there as much. And that's because the program is not embedded yet. It's not embedded yet. And it's early days, guys. I've been on this lesson, you know, but in real terms, probably 5 sessions. So I would suggest that, you know, within a reasonable period of time, like maybe by the end of this week. What's today? Wednesday. Oh, that's a bit. Maybe by Saturday, Sunday, I'll probably have something going. But all I want to do, guys, is this. Now watch this trail hand. Watch that trail arm. What I want to do is keep that there. That's what I'm doing. It's that push away. It's basically push away, slap. Push away, slap. That's what it is. But we don't want the slap to come from too far back here. We want it to push away and then just slap down. To push away, slap down. Because if we go here and then we get back into here, that's a big difference of planing here, guys. It's huge. Matthew Wolf has probably got 3 feet. He goes from here to here. And if you measured that arc there, it'd probably be 3 feet. His swing's different to Jimmy Bruen's swing. It has a lot of similarities, but it's not Jimmy Bruen's golf swing. And I will never get Jimmy Bruen's golf swing. But I want to get a facsimile of that thereof, because I think it's a wonderful golf swing. Now, the wind here is just ripping across here. Tree up here, out of bounds fence there. Haven't hit a shot, guys, but I was thinking, and all the time I was thinking, you know, last night watching the videos, I thought, I know what I want to do today. And guys, what I like to do is I like to hit any balls before I come on camera, because that defeats the purpose of what we're doing here. This is the JH practice development process. This is what I'm doing. So from the first shot here, part of the practice development, we're not getting warmed up or anything like that. We're going from scratch. This is the development program. So having said all that, JH, got 5 on here, guys. So let's try and just push it back there, like that today. I want to feel this. If I can just get some of that angle there. Even if I got that. Now I don't know how much elongation I need to get in the lead arm. How much of that do I have to blend with the pulling back of the trail arm and the lifting of the trail arm? How much of that? I don't know yet, but I'm working on it. But, you know, and people are starting to contribute. One of the guys here in Australia, Paul Gunning, he won't mind me mentioning his name, but Paul said the other day, JH, yesterday I think, he said, why don't you really need to put more emphasis in starting from up here in that position? And I totally agree, Paul. Absolutely agree. I totally agree. And I think for everybody, we could all benefit from that. I'm going to have a little bit of that feel, try and get it. And to do that, you've got to do it slower, guys. You've just got to swing the club. It's almost a takeaway rather than a swing away to get that position. Yeah. Okay. Ground's very uneven here. But I have to be here for the sun, guys. There's just places I've got to be. There are just places I gotta be. But the sun really needs to be in that position for the camera. Come on, Jason. Up to the top. Stop. Oh. As Jack Ham used to say, oh baby. Jack Ham, remember Jack Ham? Jack came to Australia and I spent some time with him back in the 90s. He was unbelievable, 165 mile an hour clubhead speed. He hit an 8-iron past my driver. I hit a driver 268 yards and he hit an 8-iron about 275. And that was with the old clubs in the old days. And it was windy, it was dead into the wind. And here we go, guys. Take it up and keep it up there, Jase. Now, best intentions there. I'm thinking, okay, Jase, get up to the top. Have a little bit of hang time and a bit of a countdown up there. But the reflexive What happens with me, because I'm not that flexible, but what happens is when I take it back, I get a lot of torque in my midriff, and I'm really strong in the midriff, and I get a lot, and it wants to start down, so it's very hard for me to stay at the top of the golf swing. Very hard. If you've not got a lot of torque in your golf swing and you're sort of very supple, you can stay there forever. I can't do that. And that's why we see with ladies on the LPGA Tour, they're not really strong there. You'll see them at the top of the swing, their hips have already turned that much before they even start down because they have to create some torque in the midriff. Ben Hogan did that. Ben Hogan was incredibly supple. His was a torqueless swing. That, changing the subject, had no torque in his golf swing. Absolutely none. Mo Norman said that to me. And I said it to Mo first off, but he concurred. I said Hogan didn't have any torque in his swing. He was so flexible here that he could just turn that so much and this was moving that way while he was going back. Jimmy DeMera called him the Indian Rubber Man. He said Hogan was there smoking a cigarette one day and Jimmy came up behind him and said, Ben, and he said Hogan just swiveled his head round and looked back down and didn't turn his shoulders. He called him the Indian Rubber Man. So the whole point there, guys, is that I've got a lot of torque in my swing and it wants to start the downswing for me. It really does want to do that. Come on. Try and hold it up there, Jay. Just perfectly straight shots. What would I classify that one? I classify that as about a fourth groover. A little bit low on the club, but you wouldn't know it to look at the ball flight. Come on, let's see if you can really stay up there. Now that's interesting. That swing there is void of the slap and the pancaking effect. We've got to keep reinforcing, guys. We want the club to feel like it's pancaking. Like as it comes down, it's doing that. It's hitting down on top of the golf ball. We're not sweeping the ball. We're going like that. We're really clamping down on it. Now Bruen was you've only got to look at some of those irons he hit. I mean, he was really clamping that ball, amazingly so. So we've got to make sure that we get that from the top of the swing. But you don't want that with that. Shoulders stay closed and we fire it down like that. If you fire it down like that, guys, and you're turning your shoulders, you'll hit it so far over there you'll never find it. Okay, so you hold it up there, Jay. Come on. Now what are we, 6 shots into that or something? Now, and I've just loosened up a little bit, but that, guys, that's just 5 iron, that's 4.5 iron, almost 3 iron distance. And for guys out there that are saying, what is the benefit? Somebody made a comment and said, Jay, how do you rate this swing relative to all the swings that you've done and you've been associated with over the years? Let's check my audio, guys. I want to go right through this and not have anything go. No, it's good. It looks good. Yeah, it's good. How do I rate it? I rate it from balls, flight, and hit. Absolutely the best. Channel lock's fantastic. Mo Norman's swing was fantastic. Da Vinci Code was fantastic in terms of contact. But this has more. This has more. The ball flight's different from anything I've ever hit. Just in terms of what I see it doing. It does this, guys. It goes like that and goes like that. No parabolics in it. It just goes out, down, out, down. Now, Mac O'Grady's swing does a lot of that as well. Talk about and we'll be doing O'Grady because I've got a buddy of mine who's working on it now. And his swing has been, been an amazing transformation. Okay, try and hold it up there, Jay. We want to do this. How do we do that? I'm just trying to. What do I need to do that? What's the feeling? Feels like I'm tipping the club out there, pushing it out there. Just try to do that, Jay, and trying to keep it out there when you hit it. Well, there's 5-iron with wedge height on it and and 4.5-iron distance. That's just crazy. Good thing about that, if you can fly it like that, but fly it forward, it's just going to come down and stop. You're not going to have a 5-iron or 4-iron coming into a green, hitting the ground and bouncing away. It won't do that. It'll just come down and stop. That was the benefit of Mo Norman's swing. It had what we call exhausted spin. It used to go out to a zenith and fall straight down, run out of spin. There's none of that. Mo said, I don't want backspin. He said, why do I want backspin? I don't know how much it's going to backspin. I don't want any. Tom Watson never wanted backspin. Come on, hold it up there, Jace. Come on. I don't know what that looks like, guys. Probably just looks like an old dude's golf swing. But the contact on it is fantastic. And I have never experienced that type of hit on a golf ball before. I have never experienced it. And I've hit a lot of different shots, guys, with a lot of different clubs over the years, but I've never experienced that type of feel. I just haven't. It just comes off the blade differently. Is it something we should be trying to teach the club golf? Probably not, because it's a very complex golf swing. But if you're someone who's a bit adventurous, and you want to have a bit of fun, and if you commit yourself, you'll develop this golf swing and you'll hit it better than any other golf swing, I promise you. I would have liked to have had Bruen at his peak against all the best ball strikers in the world, Tiger, everybody else. I don't think anyone would have hit it better than he did, particularly with modern clubs. In fact, I'm sure they wouldn't. There's those two old guys that went around with him quite a lot and saw him play, and they were Irish guys. They said no one that they ever saw ever hit the ball like Jimmy Bruen. And of course, Christy O'Connor said no one's hit the ball like, no one ever hit it like Jimmy Bruen, like nobody. It's sad. I mean, it's sad that the career was cut so short. But I'll keep it going. I won't keep his career going, but I'll keep the Jimmy Bruen swing. Come on, take it up, hold it there. God. Just, it's cruel. Like that Dan Bongino on the American TV, he goes, it's just lost for words. And I'm lost for words. I can't hit it. How does someone who's going to be 80 next year hit it like that? I mean, how do you do that? You do it with the spirit of Jimmy Bruen. That's what you do it with. Come on, Chase. Hold it up there. Didn't get the slap on that. Got up there and I just actually lost my train of thought. I was there, thought, what are you going to do now? It still went dead straight. But it was about second groove. Come on, get up there. Now what I've got to do now is cultivate not wanting to get back to the ball. Just get it up there and forget about it and basically just let the club go slap, a nice soft slap on the downswing. I'm just trying to, well I'm not trying, but I'm just getting so much in the shot. I want to get rid of the, come on, Jay. Nice and smooth. A little bit of hang time. Just, that's all I've got to work on. It's just that hang time at the top. Just work on the hang time, come on. Did a lot of leg work today in the gym, guys, and my legs are just so active. They just want to drive. I reckon I could climb the south face of Mount Everest today with a set of crampons and just do it with my legs. Come on. There it is. That's probably as much pause I'll get. That's the golf swing. Boy, That's the golf swing. And that tempo must look different because it feels different. It feels like I've got so much time to hit it, and my legs are not drivey. 'Cause, come on, foveal vision. There it is. That's the golf swing. I've got to get it out there. That's the tempo I want for me. That's fantastic. It's just so good. I mean, amazingly so. You know the great thing about this? You get old, lose interest in stuff. Most people do. I've got so much interest in this that I can't wait to get out here during the day. And I've got a lot of things to do in my life. I love to come out here and spend a few hours out here. It's, apart from being fantastic therapy, I just look forward to it so much because there's so much happening here. And it's something I've never done before. It'll be something you've never done before. Come on, Jake, put the best swing on it ever. Amazing. It is amazing. So what's today's message? Today's message is, maybe if we can get a bit of a crossover feel like this, guys, in our arms, get that trail arm way over that lead arm and keep it there in the backswing. So as soon as you take that trail arm behind this lead arm, that's when the club underplanes. So this is what I'm finding this stuff out for myself now. So what my swing thought should be, keep that trail arm over that lead arm. We'll try that. Keep it there. Well, Jimmy did that. Oh, did he ever? As Mo normally say, did he ever? Did he ever? Come on, over there, Joe. It's just the good thing. Even when you don't time it and you hit it, still goes good. I mean, that's still 85% shot. Still hardly anything off it. Just a big high slinging draw there because I chopped off my shoulder turn. I felt that. As soon as that shoulder turn doesn't get around enough, this will start early and you get that slinger. Just a big high slinger. Nothing wrong with the shot, but I mean, I don't like to move the ball that much, ever. Come on, turn that shoulder. It is, guys. Wow. Now I'm going to have a fair bit of urgency in the downswing because I'm developing a lot of torque in that backswing. And I've got strong hips, so my hips want to go. They don't want to be passive. They want to get going. Come on. No, jumped at it. Jumped at it. Just don't have to jump at it. Just give yourself the time. This is the hard thing. The brain's saying, get to the top of the swing and say, well, what are we doing here? What's the downswing for? Because there's no program for it. Come on. Soft. Should be good today. I'll hit some shots down range. Should be good. Just set the camera up a bit differently. And I'll try and get right in front of the camera today. I notice most of the shots are going, I'm hitting too far to the right of the camera. I need to get right on top of the camera so the actual lens of the camera focuses on the ball rather than the ball moving away on a tangent. Okay, so let's do this. So we'll only just hit a couple more. That's today's. Try and get that trail hand over it. Try and keep it out there. I'll really try and put big emphasis on this. That's the tempo difference. When you get that tempo difference, you just don't get that You don't get that slap. Oh, call me slap happy. That's what I'm trying to force the ball down to China, guys. That's what I'm trying to do. That. The ball flight there is unbelievable. Okay, it goes flatter when you do that, but some guys might like that. But that was just nuked. Absolutely nuked. One more. See if I can really slap trap this. There it is. There it is. Okay guys, so that's the little bit today. The little bit today is try and get that trail arm over there. And try and keep it there. What does it feel like when you get to here? What does that feel like in your shoulders and your arms? That's what you've got to cultivate in the golf swing. What does that feel like here? There. What's it feel like? Where's the tension? Here. We're there. Feel all that. Get it to the top and feel those points. Try and replicate that in the golf swing. I see no cloud. See if we can hit a few shots down range and see what sort of ball flight. And I'll hit some 3-irons. Is that amazing? No, I haven't missed a shot in a couple of days. They're perfect in the centre.